Hello everyone, my name is Sarah Bilderbeck. I will be your instructor this semester for Building Keyboarding Speed and Accuracy 1. This course is completely online. I'm sure you're probably aware of that by now. But one cool feature about this course is you do not have to install any software on your home PC. All you're going to need to do is use a website here in a few minutes that I give you. You can access it anywhere that there is internet access. So it could be at home, friend's house, on campus, anywhere off campus, another state, anywhere. Anywhere where there's internet, you can access this course. Okay? As you see right now, we are in Blackboard. That's the screen that you're seeing. We will only be using Blackboard for simply a means of communication between me and you. I will use announcements a lot in this class to give you reminders about maybe completing your weekly work or something that's coming up. It could be a lot of different things throughout the semester. But when you log into Blackboard, you will see this course, Building Keyboarding Speed, OFTC 1203 N1. My screen looks a little bit different than what yours will look like, but the wording should be about the same. Whenever you click on the course, you're only going to have a few options over here to the left. Announcements, of course, is the first one that you see. And like I said a second ago, you probably won't see an announcement from me every week, but periodically throughout the semester, I will be posting some announcements to try to communicate with you guys since I don't see you in the classroom. The most important feature in Blackboard that's really important to you guys right now is everything that falls underneath syllabus and important information. The first thing that you see is the course syllabus. The second thing you see is a weekly assignment outline. And the last item you see is how to log on to GDP. What we're going to talk about right now is the course syllabus. So I'll go ahead and click on it. We'll go over it quickly. You want to go ahead and open that up on your screen. Okay, here is the course syllabus for OFTC 1203. You have a basic description that ultimately this course is a keyboarding course. Once you guys complete at the end of the semester in December, I'm expecting a minimum of 45 words per minute with 5 errors or less from you guys. It's only 1 credit hour. The textbook is a boxed kit, and you guys should have received that from the bookstore. If you have opened it already, you want to make sure you keep intact a little card in there that has a code on it. That is really, really important. You're going to need that when you log on for the first time in the program I'm going to show you here in a few minutes. The main thing I want to talk to you about on the syllabus is the way that I grade. Okay? The way it works in this class is you're going to complete timed writings. Whenever I record your timed writings, this scale right here is what I'm looking at. Okay? So if you're keying around 47, 48 words per minute, a B is what you would be setting at that point. Okay? Second part of your grade is going to be speed improvement. It tells you here that this is based off of the assigned timed writing for the first and the last week of the course. So at the end of the semester, I sit down and see what your first time writing was, what your last time writing was. I compare the two. I see what type of speed improvement you gave me, and then I look down here to see what type of letter grade you should be given based upon your improvement. Okay, so like I mentioned earlier, you have to have 5 errors or less on a timed writing. So if day 1, first timing you give me the 50 here, which shows that it's a B, but you give me 10 errors, I have to back you down to 5 errors. So whatever I take off of your errors, I will take off of your speed. So instead of 50 and 10 errors, you're really giving me a 45 with 5 errors. So you see it made a difference in a letter grade. You're actually sitting in a C where you were excited and you thought you had a B. And It's normal to have quite a bit of errors at the beginning of the semester, but that's something I want to see decrease rapidly from midterm to the end of the semester. You are allowed to use your backspace key, so as you make errors, of course, you're going to try to correct them as you go, but ultimately the goal is to have 100% accuracy, and don't rely on that backspace key all the time. Okay, so if you wonder again how your grade is determined, two things at the end of the semester. I'm going to look at your best overall time writing for the semester, your best one. I'm not going to say week 2 I take a grade or week 6 I take a grade. It will be the best one overall. I compare it on this scale, and then the second part of your grade is how much did you increase from the first time writing to the last time writing. Okay, and then I listed my grading scale down here. You see a 92 to 100 is an A, and so on and so forth. 2/3 of your grade is speed, 1/3 of your grade is speed improvement, so it's kind of a weird calculation how I come up with it at the end of the semester, but it's a little bit easier sometimes. About midterm to the end of the semester, I have enough time writings I can really give you a good idea of what your grade is. Come in and I'll show you how I come up with your grade, and it'll make better sense that way. Attendance is really important. Since the course is online, you can get online anytime, day or night, and do homework. Assignments have to be done. If you don't have them submitted by the deadline, by the due date, 2 points will be deducted off of your final grade at the end of the semester. So if at the end I determine you have, let's say, around a 95, but you had several missed assignments, those 2 points are going to add up, and you could go quickly from an A to a B to a C, so on and so forth. Your weekly assignments, if you have 3 weekly assignments that you just did not submit altogether, maybe you started it but you never finished it, 3 total missed assignments will be 1 lowered letter grade at the end of the semester, and then you can see how it would perpetuate. 6 weekly assignments, 2 letter grades, and so on and so forth. Okay. Your assignments, there's going to be a last page on your syllabus. It's going to show you all of the assignments that are due each week. It's very easy, step by step, shows you what you need to do. We're going to talk about that here in a few minutes. Mentions the withdrawal policy here. If you've been a student before, you know how that works. Don't just stop taking the class and just assume that I would drop you from the course. A student has to withdraw themselves from the course, or if they haven't and they're not attending at the end, they'll receive an E, and I don't want that to happen for you. So just make sure you withdraw if you quit attending. Here is all my instructor information right here. You definitely need that. The main thing I want you to look at is my email address. I check that a million times a week, where I'm not in my office checking my voicemail. I'm in my office, but not much, and I just don't make the time for my voicemail. So shoot me an email if you're having some issues, and we can work some things out. Also, if you have a disability of some sort, Sue Cunningham is our representative here on campus. She would be happy to help you. I would be happy to point you in the direction where she's at. So don't hesitate to speak to me if that's the case. As for your assignments, one last thing before we move on. Your assignments can be completed anytime through the week, Monday through Friday. Okay, so all assignments have to be completed by Friday at midnight. Anything not submitted to me by then will be considered late. And everything that you do in the program that I'm going to show you here in a few minutes gives me a date and a time of when you started and when you stopped. So that is your entire syllabus right there. I recommend you read it from top to bottom, see if there's any questions that you have, and if so, feel free to email me, and I'll get in contact with you and we'll work it out.